Hello, welcome to Studies in Theatre MOOC program. Today I am going to discuss with you something very different from the normal discussion of theatre that we have been doing in this course. Students, you know that I have tried to provide you with all the possible information about theatre, especially introducing you from the production aspect of theatre also, because this is that area of studies which is generally not available to students who are living in far-flung areas where they do not have theatre culture of a very advanced kind, of a very professional kind in their localities, in their cities. And therefore, I hope that these kinds of discussions will impact your mind, will inspire you into thinking more about the different aspects of theatre and choose and develop your liking and research or whatever profession you want to go along with. So today we are going to discuss theatre design and technology. So the first discussion about theatre design is about lighting. Now, lighting is just to show people on stage. And well, that is the case. Of course, lighting is meant for that. But lighting is a language in theatre. Lighting has its own grammar. Lighting is a medium to emote. Lighting is also a method to instill meaning into the acting on stage or to speak through without without words we can speak through lights. So light is subservient to the mainstream activities that are taking place on the stage, but light is also on its own a mainstream process which can carry forward the play in the right or wrong direction. So it is very crucial. And ever since the theatre has been on this planet, ever since we have been doing theatre, the idea of light is with us. Because you remember that the amphitheaters that existed in the Greek period, in the Greek classical theatre, those were done in the daytime because the due to due to darkness in the night, the play would not be visible. So this very first notion of the need for light to watch a performance comes with us right in the inception of theatre as a culture. Then, as theatres advanced, as theatre culture advanced, we could see that various changes started happening in the process of theatre. Um, the plays could now happen in the night also with the help of lights that were illuminated around the stage area, around the performance area, and we have evidences of this available and documented in the archaeological surveys and the excavation sites, some buildings that have survived from very old times. And if you read Natya Shastra by Bharat Muni, you read in Natya Shastra a separate chapter on lighting, which means that in the time of Natya Shastra, that is in the time of Bharat Muni, or in the Sanskrit classical theatre period, people were doing theatre in the evenings, in the night time, and uh, they needed light. So the use of light has been dedicated an entire discussion, entire separate chapter in Natya Shastra. Now, why is it that light was available, light is present as a discussion in the Indian classical tradition, and we don't find it so much discussed in Western texts because of some reasons which are connected to climate and the weather? Because in cold region where European theatre would take place in very old times, it was not possible to sit in open areas and go out of the rooms and in locations like amphitheater and sit in the night time because of the cold climate. But in our country's context, the climate is different, and in summers it is pleasant to sit outside in the open area. And in fact, it's rather welcoming to go and have some fresh air. And if we happen to watch theater while taking some fresh air, then it adds to the joy of a summer evening. So these two are different setups. You need to understand that theater cannot be understood if you are looking at it as a distinct entity which is severed from its surroundings and from its context. So everything is part of the discussion of theater. It's the women, or it's the climate, it's the mood, the temperament, the way we sit, where we watch, what time of the year we are watching it, what climate is there, what weather is there. So these things are also very crucial, and you need to understand this organic connection of theater with human life and the surroundings. So, stage lighting therefore developed as more and more theatre was being performed inside the closed spaces, inside the buildings, or in the places where it was possible to watch theatre or where it was possible to watch performances in the night time when the sun has set and you need lights around in order to watch a performance. So, having set this premise, I think it's clear to you that what does it mean to have light in theatre? So stage lighting is an art form, as I already spoken about this. It is used to illuminate a performance venue and make an impact on an event, giving visual direction and shaping the environment. The goal of stage lighting isn't limited to one objective. It serves as a versatile instrument. It's capable of captivating the audience, and it also augments the quality of stage productions, and it also provides multifaceted projection to the different aspects of a play. And so this is the definition, the basic idea of what is lighting in stage. Then when we move on, you can look at these two pictures, and these pictures are giving you a couple of examples of lighting in theater, and they show you how different kinds of lights can change the entire scene, the entire visual feel, the entire experience of theater. Now, some of the basic objectives of this kind of theater are these. What is its purpose? So, because it ensures clarity for audience, so that they can view very nicely the set that is there, the property that is there, and inadequate lighting can actually detract the audience from watching the play in a concentrated manner. It may impact the immersive experience. The production quality doesn't look good when the light is disturbing or distracting. And all in all, it enhances the visibility for performers on stage. So different kinds of areas are highlighted in light with the use of light. One very important thing that you must understand is the use of light for separating the audience and the stage. So audience is generally made to sit in less lighted area when the performance is going on, and the stage is lighted up because that's where the focus is. So light differentiates between the focus. If there is equal light in the entire space of audience and the stage, then there is no signification of the performance area, and that signification is done with the help of light. But in some cultures, this does not take place. In traditional indigenous performance cultures, There is no segregation of lighting. The audience sits in the lighted area as well. And because they sit in the different kinds of settings where they are surrounding the performance from in a circular fashion, or they are sitting on all four sides of the performance space. So in such cases, you sometimes do not find, many a times if you look at the desi traditions where Nautangi is going on, or Ramlila is going on, or Chow dance is going on, then there is not that kind of a stark signification or designification with the help of light as far as the audience and the performers are concerned. But in the proscenium style of performance culture, light has a very significant role to play. It becomes crucial for creating this impact of where is audience and where is performance. So it highlights the different areas. So stage lighting, what is the goal of stage lighting? It illuminates the stage, it highlights the different areas, and it sets the scene, and it also controls the mood. So direct audience focus means when you want the focus of audience to be shifted on a certain part of the stage, then spotlight is used to draw attention on focal points. Some kind of focal points are selected, and the attention of the audience is taken towards that. Then wash lighting is used as base layer. Wash lighting is a light kind of light that illuminates the entire stage and then accent specific areas to audience, to guide the audience gaze. So this wash light then guides the audience that from where they have to watch and what kind of impact is there when they are shifting their gaze slowly and gradually with the help of light. So, in addition to what it does, apart from highlighting the stage and different areas on stage, it also sets the scene because it creates visual illusions. So, manipulating of through light can lead to depiction of scenes such as sunrise or the ambience of the room. You can show sunset, you can show the gray sky, deep blue darkness. So that will add to the mood, that will add to the whole setting of the environment of the scene. So backlit scrims to evoke settings like starry nights or sunny days. So these small lights, they are used to create scrim, and that can create the impact of starry light, starry night, or the sunny days. So there are different kinds of lights that can create these kinds of moods. Now, how this light controls the mood? It because you can adjust as the light designer. You can adjust to evoke desired emotions in the audience. So, if you want audience to feel something with the help sad about, or you want audience to feel something happy about, you change the color of light and then you see the difference on the audience. You will see what impact does light do on the audience. Color associations like blue is for sadness, red is for intensity, yellow is for happiness, green is for jealousy. These kinds of things are there. You can use these different kinds of color associations and uh, create impact on the mind and the mood and the theme in accordance with the theme of the play. Then there are different kinds of terminologies for stage lighting, of the kind of light that you are giving. So those shapes define the different. So lantern means lighting units or luminaire in Europe, and lanterns are essential stage lighting fixtures. So lanterns are it's a simple thing to understand. These are lighting units or luminaire, and these are essential lighting fixtures on the stage. Then lamps, in stage lighting, bulbs are referred to as lamps. We don't call them bulbs, but we call them lamps in the context of stage lighting. So floodlights create a wide swath of consistent lighting known as wash or fill. When you have a very a loud kind of light and that fills the entire space of the stage, that light is called as wash. Then intensity is, it refers to the brightness level of light, or when you want to make it dim, when it is bright, when it's very sharp, that is called as intensity, and it is controlled by electrical power. So these are some terminologies. Then others are like diffusion. Diffusion means creating a soft impact using diffusion material, creating gentle, non-intensive beam, very light kind of beam. Then barn doors, these are metal flaps affixed to lights to shape and control the spread of light. So light spreads in a certain fashion. So if you put the barn doors, you can make light more sharp and control its the shape. In what shape will it fall into the place where you want it to fall. Shutters are built-in features in ellipsoidal lighting fixtures, and they manipulate light shape. Shutters are already there in the lighting fixtures, the fixed lights that are there in the auditorium, and these are used to manipulate the shape of light that is going to fall on the different spots that you have chosen. Gel are the color filters. They are used to change the color of light beams. Okay, so they have different, when the beam is there and you want to change the color of the beam, then what you use? You use gel. This is called as filters. These filters are put, and that changes the color of the light. Gobo is thin metal discs with patterns that cast images or textures onto the stage. So these are thin metal sheets. When they are put onto in front of the light and when they are projected, then what happens is they cast images and they cast textures on the stage. Snoot is a cylindrical accessory to reduce stray lighting from fixtures. It is a cylindrical accessory and it reduces the light that is coming from the fixture so that it cannot stray, it cannot go anywhere. Cyclorama is a large cloth backdrop projecting lights or images. In the backdrop, when you use a cloth in order to create the role of light, when you want to project something with the help of light, that cloth is called as cyclorama. So these are the different types of light. Now what are the different kinds of fixtures of lighting? We have to look at those. So types of stage lighting fixtures are many, and this is very common in stage lighting design. Each type is designed for a unique purpose, and most of these are used in lighting setups, and there is always a multiple types of stage used in an arrangement, and lanterns or lighting equipment are also used for these. So ellipsoidal is there, floodlight is there, and all these kinds of different spots are there, which I'm going to tell you now. So ellipsoidal is that produces intense, well-defined beams, ideal for front lighting. Adjustable focus for soft or sharp edges. Features shutters to control light shape and prevent bleeding into dark areas. Capable of holding gobos and gels for creating patterns and colors. So ellipsoidal lights are those lights. As you can see the word, ellipsoidal, it indicates that these are well-defined beams and they are for the front lighting. And you can adjust to make its edge of the light when you want to make it sharp, or when you want to make it a soft edge. You can adjust it with the help of the shutters, and it can also hold gobos and gels in order to change the colors and the shape of the light that you are projecting. Then follow spot. Intense focused beam for spotlighting performers on the move. When there is a performer on the stage and you want audience to focus on a particular performer, with the help of light you can this follow spot, spot that is movable and it can focus on a particular object when that object is moving on the stage. So you use follow spot for this. It is operated manually for real time adjustments, and it also has control over positioning, beam size, intensity and color. Then Fresnel is named after Augustin Fresnel. It is a concentric ring lens, creates softening effect towards edges, suitable for washes and narrow soft edged beams, not compatible with shutters or patterns. So this is a light that you need for soft kind of lighting towards the edges, and you cannot use shutters or patterns in this kind of lighting, and it is after the name of Augustin Fresnel. Then you have Parcan sealed beam lamps in cylindrical castings, provides horizontal or vertical beams. Options include standard and LED versions and supports colored lights with gels. So you can change colors with the help of this kind of lighting. Then floodlight is a very large fixture and it has horizontal and vertical movements. It lacks lenses. It's determined by reflector and lamp type. Its symmetrical or asymmetrical distribution both can be done with it, and you can use gels for this, but not the patterns in order to change the color. Then sight light is that light which provides even wash over the large backdrops like a cyc, and it can be floor mounted or hung close to the backdrop. So that creates you have to hang it very close to the backdrop in order to create a kind of wash impact. Then a strip light is a wide light fixture with multiple lamps in a row, and it is used for color coverage and mixing on stage and available in standard LED options. So these are lights, and then there are light positions. Where to place the light? You have different kinds of positions defined, and front lights, that is primary lighting source for performers, providing a stage wide wash. Alone they may create flat appearance. Then backlighting, lighting, this is from the back, positioned behind the performers to add dimension. So when you have light from the front, it makes the performers look flat, but when you have light from behind, it makes the performers add a dimension, and they are often using PAR can fixtures for color and intensity adjustments. Then there is downlighting, which adds dimension varying in intensity. The terminology may differ, either referring to lights at feet or light above the stage. And then you have side lighting. You have lights on the sides, and side and side lighting means positions at the horizontal edges of the stage, critical for visibility of facial expressions, because this light generally falls on the face of the audience, actors. And it's very useful for emotional scenes when you want audience to look at the face of the characters when there is a certain intense scene, romantic, angry, serious. High side lighting targets heads and shoulders for clarity. It highlights the heads and shoulders of the performers, and this creates clarity on the stage for the audience. I'm showing you some pictures now to give you this perspective. You can see the front light position, the breakups that is there, the beam lights and the back lights. So the audience, the actors are being projected from behind and from the front with the help of different kinds of lights. Then in this next one, basic 4-point lighting, the first is main light, on which placement of all others is based, usually the brightness. So there is brightness. First of all, you brighten up the stage. Then the second is fill the light. That is, it fills in shadows. So because shadows have to be countered on the stage, so it fills in shadows created by the key light, and it eliminates dark shadows inside on the object. So there is no shadows, and very dark shadows are cleared. Then there is backlight, the light that is falling from behind illuminates the back of the subject to create three-dimensional effect, and subject will pop out from the background with the help of this light. And then we have the background light, that is which illuminates the background of the scene, otherwise the subject will be well lit on a dark set. So this is a very basic kind of lighting system, and if it is followed, then we can do some basic theater impact, create some basic theater techniques with the help of this basic system. Then this is another diagram that shows you the arrangements of light. You can see that on the back side there are three: back diagonal light, backlight, and back diagonal. So there are two on the sides, left and right, and that is diagonal lights. Then central is simply backlight. Then on the side light there is side light and angled front light. So on the side you put one side light and it is almost put in the wings, and it is placed on different heights in the wing according to the height required to express the expressions. Then there is a down light somewhere in the center, and then there is front light and angled front lights on both the sides of the stage. So this is how you do some basic lighting. The combination of these lightings and using different kinds of gobos and patterns and shades, colors, you can create different combinations, different impacts of lights. Then we move on to lighting colors and textures. Now, with color and texture manipulation tools, lighting designers shape the visual and atmospheric elements of a production. So as I told you that gels have to be used because gels change the light colors and they offer options for layering or blending to create various hues, various shades in the performance, in the atmosphere of performance. So different colored lights can be employed in various. Chromatic means which is different shades of one color for simplicity or emphasis. So different shades of one color are used. Then complementary is opposite colors on the wheel create contrast but should not be layered. We cannot have opposite colors as layered, but we can have contrast of the two layers, two different colors, opposite in colors. Then triads means three colors forming a triangle on the wheel for visual variety. So if you have the wheel and you have three kinds of lights, three different colors, that will create a triad of colors and that will lead to variety. Adjacent colors means some colors which are similar like blue or green, pink and red, orange and yellow, light green and dark green. These neighboring colors are used for smooth kind of transitioning, and that is also required. You can do according to what you need to do. Then cool family of colors or warm colors. You can combine colors of similar temperature to evoke a specific mood or a specific theme, or you can make colors of very different kinds of combination come together. So all in all, these are the different kinds of lightings and lighting patterns. This technological aspect of theatre is one of the most innovative aspects. You know, it requires a very different kinds of vision in your mind. Somebody who is into lights and engineering of lights and loves to work with technology can always try her hand in working of lights in the theater. It is very exciting always to sit on the console and create an arrangement of light and then try and test it and make changes and also make little innovations in order to create different kinds of impacts. It is not something about money or it is resources, you know, it's the mind and the innovation that you need to apply. With simple lighting tools, you can do magic and wonders. I have seen that in my experiences. And I will try to show you some of the reality of these stage lights by taking you on a video tour of some very good theatre. I hope to meet you in a different lecture with that. So this is it for now, and the links of the pictures are here. Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this discussion.